Hello and welcome to the Computer Lab at Chandler-Gilbert Community College here in Chandler, Arizona. These are instructions for students so that they know how to hook their wireless devices up to the wireless network here on campus. So what you need to do, if you haven't already printed out the instructions, you're going to go ahead and open up the internet. Internet Explorer works, but so will Firefox or Google Chrome. And you're going to go to the Chandler-Gilbert homepage, use the quick links, scroll down and find the Computer Lab, and then on the left-hand navigation, you're going to go ahead and click on Wireless Registration. And you'll notice here that you're going to be needing your MEID username and password. And as a current student enrolled in credit courses here at the college, and current student means that you're taking a class currently during this semester, you're entitled to more than one device on the network. So you can use your laptop, a PDA, a smartphone, or other mobile technologies, but first you have to register the device. The physical address is what you're going to need to use. To find out where your physical address is, we're going to go ahead and use some of these directions. For locating your MAC address and for Microsoft operating system, that's XP, Vista, or Windows 7, you're going to click here. And you'll notice it brought up a new window, and I'm going to kind of walk through these instructions for you. Now, MAC address does not stand for Macintosh operating system. It stands for Media Access Card. And so what you're going to want to do is you can either click on the Windows button, or if you're at a Windows system, you're going to go down and click the Start button, and you can write in the Run section, this happens to be Windows 7, so in the command prompt, I can type CMD, and it'll bring up the command prompt that you're looking for. Okay, otherwise, you can also hit the Run button and type CMD and hit the OK button to bring up the command prompt. It looks like this. So at this command prompt, which is the old DOS screen, you're going to key in IP:/all. On your system, you will have full access, and it'll bring up your wireless connections. You'll notice that this is a desktop, and so there is no wireless connections. But what you're looking for is, you see here, it says Ethernet adapter local area connection 2. You're going to look for one that says wireless connection. And I'm going to close this window. And it should look something like this: wireless LAN adapter, wireless network connection, and then you're going to look for the physical address. That's the MAC address. For the Windows operating system, it will be a series of numbers in length of 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, with dashes in between it. So what we're going to do is we're going to enter this address, because that is what's going to allow your wireless device to access the network at Chandler-Gilbert. So write it down or leave it open, this window, so that you can do that. If you're still at this screen, you can go ahead and click Wireless Registration Login to register a MAC address, but I'm going to go ahead and click back to the wireless screen. So back at this one, and we're going to go ahead and click for a Macintosh operating system because it is different. Newer Macs no longer say airport ID, they do say wireless address. But how you're going to do that from your Apple computer is you're going to go ahead and click on the little apple, which opens the system preferences. And then you're going to click on system preferences, click on network. In this tab, you're going to make sure that airport is selected, click advanced, and then it'll bring up your airport ID. And that is a series of 12 letters or numbers with colons in between them. And you see this one says airport ID, but newer Macintosh operating systems say Wi-Fi address or wireless address. And then that's how you find the wireless address for a Macintosh. Again, you write it down, or you can go ahead and click on the wireless registration login to register this device. And go ahead and close this window. to come back. And if you have other devices, you can of course click here to show you how to find your MAC address for other devices. From campus, if you're on campus, you'll have immediate access to the network. If you're doing this from home, you will not have immediate access to the network, and you'll have to do an additional step. But in our case, we're on campus, so we're going to go ahead and click Wireless Registration Login, or you can also click the one up here. And it asks for your username and password. This is your MEID and password, the same one you use for Blackboard, for My Maricopa, and for your student email. So in this case, I'm going to go ahead and put mine in and put in my password and then click OK. And you notice it brought me up, and mine looks a little different from yours. And then we're going to enter that MAC address. So I went ahead and left it open. So 0128, let's move this aside, C3, C2, 6D, and that is a 0D, which is not a real MAC address. And in my case, I could give it a device, and when I hit submit, it would bring up a confirmation screen that said that our wireless address is CGC Public. And if you are on campus, that's all you need to do to register your device. You have to be careful when you're looking in your prompts for the Windows operating systems, because right next to this network connection, there could be a number. And if it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever it says, you want to make sure it's blank or the first connection. This wireless device will only look for the first connection. It won't try to look for a second or third. So you want to make sure you're using the right one. And then if you've completed all of those steps, then you can go ahead and try to connect however your device asks you to. If it's a phone, you just click connect. If it's the XP, you're going to right click it and open up your wireless connections. And hopefully that has helped you today. Thanks for listening, and we'll see you at the lab.